Hello everyone and welcome to my CS24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Curse of Oak Island preview. An underground opening and a string of artifacts give the team new hope. It's time for Season 11, Episode 10 of The Curse of Oak Island, which will be airing tonight and promises to see the guys uncover a potential human-made opening to an underground cave. Fans can also expect this show to be super heavy on artifacts. There are big discoveries due at the swamp and on Lot 5. Also, tonight, blacksmith expert Carmen Legg is back on Oak Island with more analysis of the findings. But perhaps the most exciting news this week will come from surveyor Steve Guptill, who is shown in a preview giving the team a presentation in the war room. Steve has found some sort of opening to an underground cave. This cave or cavern is likely the so-called Aladdin's Cave, uncovered approximately 150 feet below ground in the Money Pit area. The team has been attempting to learn if it was natural or human-made and if there was access in and out. It now appears as though Steve has found an unnatural human-made opening. Marty Lagina pointed out, "That's a pretty clean right angle." New Oak Island episode focuses a lot on the swamp. This episode is also expected to focus on the swamp, which Billy Gerhardt and the guys began digging up last week. The excavation permits have only just come through, so the team hopes to catch up on one of this season's most underworked areas. The History Channel episode synopsis indicates the swamp will feature heavily reading. The guys will work on the southern corner, hoping to dig up more of the stone roadway. This roadway is thought to date back hundreds of years, and the team suspects it was used to transport treasure from dock ships to the Money Pit. Metal detectorist Gary Drayton will be searching the leftover material Billy excavates for artifacts, and according to a preview, he's found something gorgeous. Blacksmith expert Carmen Legg analyzes Oak Island artifacts. And speaking of hauling treasure, a preview also showed Carmen examining a chain that he said was used to lift a chest onto a wharf, and he claimed it's really old. The guys might be hoping this proves their theory about the stone roadway. Elsewhere on the island, work will continue on Lot 5, where the archaeologists are working on a massive stone structure believed to be 30 to 40 feet wide. There's potentially big news here, too, as archaeologist Laird Niven was overheard saying, "This is an important artifact," and Jamie Kuba said, "This is really cool." For more than a decade, the saga of Oak Island has unfolded like a layered mystery novel, each season teasing at the edges of history and deepening the enigma that has haunted Nova Scotia for over 2 centuries. Now, as the team readies themselves for another critical phase in their search, anticipation swells around a discovery that might finally push them closer to the fabled treasure of the Money Pit. This season's preview hints at something both promising and spine-tingling, a newly discovered underground opening, and a series of artifacts that could tie the island's story to ancient chapters of global history. A glimpse into the depths. The Oak Island crew, led by brothers Rick and Marty Lagina, alongside their trusted partners Craig Tester, Jack Begley, and Gary Drayton, have long known that the island's secrets lie below the surface. Boreholes, shafts, and seismic testing have all mapped out a subterranean labyrinth that is as confounding as it is compelling. But this season, the focus narrows to a fresh opening found deep beneath the Money Pit area. Early footage shows the team gathered around monitors, watching live feed from a camera lowered into a newly drilled shaft. The screen flickers, catching glimpses of dark timbers, suspicious voids, and the suggestion of worked stone. Rick, always the historian of the group, leans in with wide eyes while Marty tempers his excitement with scientific caution. The narrator, with his signature dramatic cadence, asks, "Could this be the entrance to a tunnel system leading directly to the legendary vault?" The underground opening has the team buzzing. Marty insists on additional testing, while Craig calls for engineering plans that could stabilize a larger excavation. For the first time in years, it feels like the team has not just data, but a direction, a clear lead that ties back to the earliest legends of Oak Island's treasure. Artifacts speak louder than legends. While the underground find dominates the preview, another thread promises to enrich the season with tantalizing discoveries, a string of artifacts pulled from both land and sea. Gary Drayton, metal detector in hand, is shown brushing dirt from a weathered object glinting under the Nova Scotia sun. His excitement is palpable as he exclaims it's a top pocket find with ties to a centuries-old shipwreck. Among the artifacts teased are a carved piece of wood resembling part of a chest or crate, preserved in the island's unique clay, an ornate key fragment, possibly linked to a strongbox, a shard of pottery, traced to Mediterranean origins, suggesting explorers far beyond the shores of 17th century Europe may have visited the island. An iron spike recovered near the swamp, which Marty speculates could belong to a ship moored long before documented settlement. What makes these artifacts more than just relics is the way they seem to align with theories the team has been building for years. Could they be assembling the puzzle pieces of not just a buried treasure, but a larger story of global seafarers who used Oak Island as a secret depository? Hope, but with caution. The preview doesn't shy away from the emotional weight carried by the team. In one moment, Rick Lagina is seen sitting by the edge of the island's causeway at sunset, reflecting on how much they've given to this pursuit. His voice trembles with both fatigue and hope. Every year we get closer. Every year the island gives us just enough to keep going. This opening might finally be the key. Marty, however, reminds viewers of the financial and physical toll of chasing leads. With millions invested and countless shafts dug, he warns against letting enthusiasm blind their judgment. It's a classic Oak Island balance. One brother driven by the heart, the other by pragmatism, yet both bound together by the dream of solving the world's longest-running treasure hunt. Tunnels, traps, and theories. The new underground opening inevitably rekindles old theories about the island's infamous flood tunnels and booby traps. Could this void connect to the legendary vault chamber said to house gold, manuscripts, or even religious relics? The team consults with geoscientists who model the chamber in 3D, showing the possible layout of connected shafts and flood tunnels. The simulations suggest intentional construction, not random geological formation. This excites the theorists on the team, particularly Doug Crowell, who pulls out centuries-old maps that hint at hidden vaults beneath Oak Island. Jack Begley, Rick's nephew, is shown nearly bursting with excitement, insisting that this season could be the one that finally validates the sacrifices of past searchers who gave their lives chasing the Oak Island mystery. The weight of history. Oak Island has always been about more than just treasure.